How hard is it to just put restroom on the outside of the door? It's so weird.
Yeah, it's totally crazy.
Or I saw one that said whatever on it. And I thought it was funny imagining like the Mexican day laborer, them being like, just put whatever on the door and putting like a picture. Him putting a picture of his wife or something on there, like the Virgin Mary. He's like, I don't know, I thought it'd be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, what we do here, Jordan, is Graham and I, as you know, as most of the comedy scene knows, we're two of the edgiest guys in stand-up comedy.
Yeah,
you know?
I was like worried about coming on here and getting canceled.
Yeah, that's kind of the point. We usually get canceled every week.
We end every show by doing an Asian accent.
Yes, we both do. We pull our eyes back. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
And we like to make sure that the people in our circle are edgy as well. So we do that through something we call the edgy lightning round. We're going to ask you some questions and assess you between 1 and 5 kettlebells of edgy.
And you want 5.
You want 5.
Okay, you want 5.
Yeah. And
okay.
Edgy lightning round.
Yes, that's actually what happens.
It's electric.
All right.
I will start you off with the same 3 questions we ask every guest. They are the holy trinity of questions. What is your favorite drug, cigarette brand, and alcohol?
Okay, favorite drug, that mushrooms. I do mushrooms every single day. Did mushrooms today.
Really?
Yeah, every day. And favorite cigarette brand, American Spirit Yellows. And favorite alcohol is gin.
Do you say mushrooms every day?
Yeah, I eat some mushrooms every day.
Do you microdose?
Yeah.
Or you just dose?
No, I microdose, but sometimes, the other day I fucked up bad and I was fucked up for all of my shows. But I also can perform on mushrooms.
You're fine on mushrooms.
But it's attempting a microdose every time.
But I was literally just talking to someone yesterday. I want to start microdosing, but I've never even done mushrooms.
But isn't it really bad for you to be leaking that serotonin every day? Like I can't be high. When I'm high on mushrooms, I'm like weird. Like I'm not weird. I just feel off for a day.
I think that's the magic
of
like microdosing, right? Is that like it just keeps you like you're not like having that big serotonin dump because you're not having the full like mushroom experience.
Yeah, you don't go through the waves and I did get fucking visuals the other day but if you do it right, the microdose just makes you feel, for me, it makes me feel more creative and it puts things into a bigger perspective. Like I feel, when you smoke weed and you're like, everything I've ever worried about is insane. Or sometimes you smoke weed and it's like, I have so many new worries. I haven't worried about
enough. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, mushrooms is the former every time where you're like, what have I been? Who cares? Everything's good. Everything's connected. Mm-hmm. And you're like, oh, fuck, the mushrooms, there they are.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how do you have to cut? Do you just get them in microdose sizes, or do you get mushrooms and fucking chop them?
Sounds like she chops them and didn't do a very good job chopping them.
I just take a nipple and hope for the best. I do it early enough that by the time I get to shows, if it's too much, it'll be worn off. But even when it's too much, it's still the best.
Yeah,
it's the best drug. I did Molly the other day, and it was great, but the next day was so fucked. And it does give you the cocaine sensation where you're like, I do love everybody, even the evil people. Mm-hmm. Whereas mushrooms are like, people who are evil are bad, but the people who are good, we should tell them we love them.
Anything chemical, I feel like it fucks with your brain. You get a bad hangover, and then something like mushrooms, I feel like it seems natural. It seems like you'd be okay.
Yeah, totally.
Psilocybin is a chemical. It's a natural chemical.
Well, yeah, everything's chemicals, but the natural versus made by some fucking scientist in a lab in Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes if I go too hard, I have Prozac, and I'll take a Prozac because it's a serotonin reuptake inhibitor, and it'll help with that feeling.
Yeah, you're riding the ride. You're controlling the levels.
I am. That's my favorite thing. That's my life is manipulating my health in different ways, and sometimes I fuck it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is I'm trying to escape at all times, but I don't drink. So
right.
I have to find a way.
When did you stop drinking?
Well, I stopped drinking May because me and Roland were blackout, got in my truck, and went to drive to this dude's house to get cocaine. And we got pulled over. This was 2 Mays ago. And we got pulled over by a cop. And we both were I was like, dude, you got to lock it up. And he was like, you lock it up. And we're just yelling at each other that the other one has to lock it up.
The cop's just standing there with a flashlight.
It was like that.
You lock it. You lock it up.
And then I rolled down the window and the cop's like, hey, your license plate is on the wrong side because I only had one because somebody, whatever. And I was like, okay, I'll switch it. And I look over and Mike's like this, just looking straight ahead. And I was like, all right, that's what you need to do, buddy. Uh-huh. And then after that, I was I went to Omaha with my ex's family and I just was drinking. It makes me so depressed. I mean, the hangovers are awful.
Yeah.
It's the worst. It never makes anything better for me anymore. It used to, but no.
That's fair. I'll take mushrooms over drinking. Yeah. That said, I've still never done mushrooms. It's just totally hypothetically, theoretically, mushrooms makes more sense to me.
I like how you like to microdose before actually doing them at all.
Let's
do mushrooms. I got mushrooms.
Let's do mushrooms. Do you have mushrooms?
I have mushrooms.
Mushrooms? You need to lock it down.
Lock it up.
Yeah, you got to lock it up.
Do you have them on you? Do you get them as the plant or the capsules or
the plant?
I mean the fungus.
I like sometimes just drug dealers show up to a comedy club with like a suitcase.
That is, they are part of the ecosystem.
And then when that happens, I don't have like a guy, so I just like, I want that, and I'll just put it away and then I'll use it, you know? So I just have like a couple of those instances piled up in my freezer.
Oof, nice. And those are the best kind. The ones that come from CD dudes are always the craziest mushrooms.
Yeah. No, he had like those like tackle boxes that are sealed that are like airtight or watertight or whatever. He was like he was like a display.
Man's a pro.
He had a display.
Well, like it opened up and it was a display.
I see.
Like a
traveling salesman,
like door-to-door salesman. Yeah. Come on down.
He didn't have like a hand in it or something.
The amazing, miraculous mushroom.
He had mushrooms and hosiery. So,
all right, Jordan, what is your best tattoo? And you have to have one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my best tattoo would be Daddy, which is a heart right there. That's a stick and poke that a girl did a very good job on.
That's a good stick and poke.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's probably the one. If I could get rid of all of them, I would, and that would be the one.
You just keep Daddy. And where was this done? Where was this?
In this girl's apartment in Williamsburg. She's a really sweet girl, photographer. And we were over at her house, me and Carolina Teresa, and she was doing stick and poke, so I got one.
How long did it take?
Probably 40 minutes.
Did you just trust her to do whatever she was going to do, or did you agree to that tattoo before?
My dad's dead, and so I wanted a heart that said Daddy in it for a while, because I also have a lot of daddy jokes, and I say Daddy a lot on stage. So it was my decision. She was giving other people like feathers and fern leaves and shit. But that's probably the best one. The worst one is I have a catfish on my ankle that looks exactly like a penis.
Can I see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. You got a dick on your leg. Yeah. She got a full-blown dick on her leg.
Yeah. Good dick.
Can we show that?
How?
There is a...
I'm not going to put my leg
That's
up there.
a lot.
It's for WikiFeet.
Oh, great.
All right. I'm up next.
You're up.
You grew up with 2 moms, and now you have 3. In what other way are gay moms like rabbits?
Oh, when they have sex, they make a lot of noise.
Okay.
But rabbits do that.
Interesting.
When they're in distress, they make a loud screech. How else are they like rabbits? They procreate. Well, these people don't really procreate, but how are they like rabbits? They live in.
They multiply.
They do multiply.
They multiply. There's 2, now there's 3.
Yeah. Wait, they live in fields?
My mom is like in a field right now. My mom lives in this place because she's building a development around her.
Yeah.
And this little house, but she's becoming like Ace Ventura if Ace Ventura hated animals. Like baby skunks are like following her around. There's a chipmunk in her house right now, I think she was texting me about.
Yeah.
There's like deers that walk up to her and she hates it. She'll be like, get the fuck away from me. And it's like 3 fawns. It's so, I'll come outside and she'll just be surrounded.
She's just
in
like
animals.
a pissed off Snow White. She's
It's
an angry
so
Disney
funny.
princess.
And she has like a thick bandana on and always gets rocks and whips them at the woodchucks who just keep coming up to. It's like insane. She's a whisperer. It's so fucking crazy.
That's amazing. Okay. Jordan,
Yes.
which United States president, current or former, would you most want to fuck?
Everybody says Obama, so I'm not going to say Obama.
Yeah, it's a hack answer.
Who would I want to fuck? Dude, I got to say Lincoln. I mean, he's got the gangly thing. He had a huge dick.
He must have.
100%.
That- he
Skinny,
definitely
gangly,
did.
6'6". Some
Yeah.
rumors he was gay, but
That's okay.
he could still make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he can make it work.
Yeah.
Top hat on or off?
I can't stand a top hat. I can't do it. It's
So
too
he's gonna have
milady.
to take that thing off.
Yeah,
it is very milady, but for the time, it was a very milady time, I feel.
Yes, it was okay. But if he was in my time, top
no,
hat,
absolutely
if I was
not.
in his time, he can keep it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Do you think he was circumcised?
No.
Of course not. It's big old Lincoln.
Back then, not a lot of showers.
Yeah, Lincoln's rolling that hood back
Maybe
and going to work.
I don't know when they started doing that. I don't know when it became it's so normal.
So normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know either. I want I'm just gonna throw out a guess. I'm gonna say 1950s.
Oh, when it became like I was gonna say like 1901.
Maybe.
I feel like this weird mixture of rabbi and doctor would come in and do some shit.
A moil.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
There it is. Wow.
That weird mixture.
Yeah, that weird, bizarre thing. There's no name for it because it's so weird. Okay, next one.
All right. Oh, you're moving it along.
George
okay.
is taking control.
Just taking
All right.
control.
Which is an alpha move. I like
That's
that.
what we like that.
Yeah, we respect
This actually kind of flows seamlessly. You lived in Nashville, Tennessee. Was the Civil War really more about states' rights?
Was the Civil War more about...
Good question.
Thank you.
No, the Civil War was not about state rights. It was about... if I say slavery, that makes me not an edgelord. That makes me woke.
That's right. It makes you PC. It makes you a PC warrior.
Makes you
Makes you part of cancel culture.
Okay,
Makes
I think
you-
it was an orchestrated war to create a feud against two parts of the country in order to gain money.
Oh, you're doing so
Pretty
good.
good,
You're
right?
so close. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
The answer was to convince us that the Earth isn't flat. But you were right there.
Yes.
You were right there.
Yes.
People were starting to figure it out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they did the
Wait,
Civil
is there a
War.
relationship between Civil War and Flat Earth?
Yes.
No, there's
it's
not.
all connected.
It's all
It's not.
one.
Yes.
The Civil War thing, I used to have a joke about that because you go back to Nashville and it still is these people trying to be like Southern debutantes and dudes who are the ultimate miladies, and
Yeah.
it's crazy. I mean, it is like the most heteronormative place in the entire world, and it's like the woke cowboys, where it's these guys who are trying to be relevant, but
It's not.
they're not at
Yeah,
all. They're
yeah.
going two-stepping and
I do love that description of milady for someone wants to try to improv is a little bit too milady for them.
Of course.
And
Well, I have two. There's King.
What does milady mean?
Okay,
You
I'll
guys
tell
keep
you.
saying it.
You know,
It's people who love the Princess Bride. It's people that hold the door open for you too much. It's people.
Oh, milady.
Yeah,
Dudes
who
are
have
very
too close of a
milady.
relationship.
The Princess Bride's good.
I love Princess Bride.
It is good, but their identity is built around it. I used to have a theory that you either love The Matrix or The Princess Bride.
You can't love both of those?
I think you can.
I
but
like the
you're
Princess Bride.
Yeah, I'm a Matrix person, and I also have another theory that it's King of Queens is what I call it. One type of dude that you date versus Milady or Princess Bride, and the King of Queens guy is the guy who's like, the old wife is at home. I gotta
The
get
old
back
ball
to her.
and chain, yeah.
And the Milady guy is the one who's like, I have to take care of my lady. You know, he's
Yeah.
basically more misogynistic because he is.
He's infantilizing his
And
wife.
if he could, he
Yeah.
would just own a woman.
Yes.
But he can't. Yeah. So when I date somebody, I always make sure that I'm a King of Queens person.
Big shout out to Kevin James. She's racking up kettlebells right now. She's doing good work.
And you can't own a woman.
You can't. I can't. Not now. In the future.
What if they don't speak English and they need a green card?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you have a slave, yeah, totally.
Yeah. Well, not slave, you know.
States' rights.
States'
If you have
rights.
states'
States
rights.
states'
Yeah.
rights pride. States' rights pride.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
All right. Jordan, would you rather live a normal life in rural Minnesota for a year or stay in New York City for a year, but you have to go see Wicked the musical every single day, twice on days when they offer a matinee?
I'm the queen of would you rathers, and this is a good one. 1 year in Minnesota or stay in New York and go see Wicked.
Every single time it's on. So that's probably 7 nights a week and like 3 matinees as well.
Minnesota for a year.
Minnesota for a year.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
torture.
because I don't want to drive myself crazy. I mean, New York is already driving me crazy, and I've never seen Wicked, you know, and so I don't want to push myself. And a year off, you could do growth. We had just had that. I learned it was great. But Wicked, I'm worried that I would begin to speak in rhymes, you know, like I think it wouldn't be.
Wicked is the height of milady. There's nothing more milady than Wicked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I haven't seen it, so I can't fully say it. But the people I know do it are people who are like, women who have like Hello Kitty hats, but are like 50.
Yeah.
And they're obsessed with it. Yeah.
I had a similar experience. I did this basically. I worked at a Halloween themed restaurant. You might remember Jekyll and Hyde Club.
Yeah.
In Times Square area, and it was like 10 years ago. And they had actors that would work there.
Yeah.
And they had two or three different productions they would do every 40 minutes.
Ugh, yeah.
And I was the bartender. And so for a year and change, I like all day, every day, I heard the same 20 songs over and over again. I saw the same play. Constantly? Oh, I can't hear lyrics.
What?
Yeah, I don't understand what they're saying. I have like ADD. I can't pay attention long enough, and I don't understand what they're saying. I don't know the lyrics to any song.
So that was like a saving grace then, not like saved you probably.
Yeah.
It would have been worse if you could like internalize.
Well, I know the chorus. That's enough to drive you crazy. The chorus of the song over and over. It's just and the play. I saw the same play every 45 minutes.
It's also funny because we say it like, "Holy shit, that must be a nightmare." And like, how many times have we seen like some comic do the same set for 6 years?
Yeah, totally.
People who have like teenage kids who are like, so the baby kept us up all night or whatever.
Yeah, you don't have a baby.
Yeah, your baby goes to college.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, that was a good one. In the past, you've said your moms wished you were gay.
So much.
Your best friend is a guy, and you're both straight and good looking, yet you don't sleep together. Are your moms half satisfied?
Well, my two of my moms, Michelle and Donna, they are like, men are repugnant. If you talk about penis, they'll retch. But my biological, I mean, they can't stand it. But my biological mom, Kaz, she is more bi. Like, she'll fuck a dude. But I don't know why I had to clarify that. She'll fuck a dude. She'll fuck a man. She'll put
cool, dude.
It's a okay. Yeah,
your bio mom sounds cool as fuck. Dude.
And she, my biological, my bi mom.
My bye mom.
So, wait, what did my moms think about Michael? Well, my mom is literally there. We have a guest room in our house that she now only refers to as Mike's bedroom. So my mom and Mike might be closer than me and my mom are at this point. They're the same person. So, and because of that, my mom was like, "You can never date my son. Don't do that." You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
You can't date your beard.
Yeah.
Date this man.
Exactly.
This man is my son. Yeah.
Yeah, but everybody is convinced that me and Michael will end up together. That's what everybody says. But we are this exact same person.
Is Michael a comic? I don't even know who we're
Mike
talking
Rowland.
about.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike Rowland. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never called him Michael ever.
We've had all the sexual tension and stuff that you'd imagine there is, but we both are like, if anything did happen, if there was a possible risk of fucking up what we have, because we live together, we spend all of our time together, we work together, we travel together, everything, that it's like, if there's any way we'd fuck that up, we don't want to do it. And we're both in our little slut phases right now.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. Which is
nice. Two friends in their individual slut phases hanging out. What a good time. That's how Grandma and I met. Couple of sluts.
really
Just running through this city.
Just ripping it apart.
Adding notches on our belt.
No, I was deeply in a relationship by the time Grandma and I met. But had I not been,
yeah, he'd be on mushrooms.
We could have closed this deal.
Yeah.
All right. What the fuck are we talking about here? Oh, Jordan.
Yes.
What's your favorite way to shred your bod?
Ooh, I've been just today. I was talking to Ethan, and I was running back and forth in our house in loops around because we have a big house now. I think my favorite way to shred is sex. I lose a lot of weight if I'm having sex every day.
Every day.
Yeah, because I'll just plod if I jog, and I'll
plod.
You know what I mean? Like if I bike, it's like but when I have sex,
you're burning calories.
Yeah.
You're not plodding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not plodding. No, I'm plowing. You know what I mean?
You're getting it done.
I'm probably most active when I have sex.
That's one of those things that's like, it sounds cool, but it also sounds super sad.
It's fucked up. It's fucked up. It's not cool. Yeah. It's like, it is the women with mental illness they do just fuck crazier. I think is a true thing.
My ex was like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's how
she
you
was.
rub them in.
Hey.
Oh, sorry. feel like I move the least when I'm having sex.
Totally.
That's when I'm in my most rested state.
Yeah, and I don't move that much, so imagine how still I am the rest of my life.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Wait.
Get off. Yeah, but I burned so many calories crying afterwards.
No.
I've read that crying burns more calories than fucking, actually. So
Oh, really?
yeah,
Oh,
it
okay.
goes hand in hand.
Good.
You're getting it out.
You're getting it out.
Either
Either
way,
Either
you're
way.
getting evil out.
One way or
It's good to get the evil out.
You got to do it.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Who is your favorite all-time babe, man or woman? We don't judge.
We don't judge here. All time.
Internally, we do.
Oh, heavily.
Yes.
Yeah.
Young Benicio del Toro.
That's a good choice.
Ooh, yeah, a little flair there.
Yeah.
He's got a fun little speech pattern to him.
Did you ever see Excess Baggage?
No.
With Alicia Silverstone?
Yeah.
I did,
It's a horrible movie, but he's
Bad
so
movie.
hot.
Yeah.
He's very hot.
Great hair.
Great.
Great hair.
Just
Young
the best
Vince
hair.
Vaughn also. If I truly my choice, if it was like I'm going to create an archetype husband, it would be Young Vince Vaughn.
Young Vince Vaughn, it was very good looking.
Like
take old
swingers
Vince
Vince
Vaughn.
Vaughn?
Yeah.
He's so hot and he's so tall and he's very funny. I met him once and it was a nightmare.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I fucked up. bad.
Oh, that sucks.
He was outside Zany's and I was in my pickup truck. I was going to some like 80s party, so I had like a top ponytail and like huge jewelry. And I pulled up and he was outside Zany's and I was like, hey. And he was like, how's it going? And I was like, it's going pretty good now. And he was pickup truck. It was crazy. And he was like, okay, thanks.
Thank you.
And I go, you look good. And he was like, all right. And then I was like, put it in first and drove and hit a red light and just had to sit there with him right next to me, just like and like cue the like.
You have big dude energy. I didn't hit me until right now. That's such a dude move. It's pretty good right now.
Dude, I took a dude on a date the other day, and it was if he was a woman, he would have married me.
Yeah.
But it was because he was a man. I was like, oh, you were there. You met him. Remember when we were in the Fat Black?
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, that guy. And it was like, I introduced him to Aziz, and I crushed in the VU, and he would come upstairs, and I was like, damn, if I were a guy, this would be bad. But yeah, it sucks.
Totally.
It sucks so bad. I should be gay, but I've tried a million times.
That guy was cool.
Yeah, he was cool. He's a cool guy. The problem with him is you have to be able to like rip on somebody, and he's like somebody who uses the word like trauma. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, he's the woke cowboy that I talk about.
Yeah. He's soft.
I need somebody who can take how evil I'm going to be to them.
You're a dude and you need someone you can abuse.
Yes. Yeah. Totally. It's
Yeah.
hard to find.
They're out there though.
Yeah.
I believe in you. I think you'll find your man who isn't PC but you can beat up.
Yeah.
You can abuse. You'll find him. Okay. All right, Jordan. Your favorite euphemism for sex?
Oh, in college, when I was dating this guy, he would always text me and say, "Let's go play Parcheesi," and that was the euphemism for 4 years, which I thought was very funny because I've never learned what Parcheesi is, but I had to people would see it and be like, "You're gonna go meet up with somebody and play Parcheesi," and I'd be like, "Yeah, it's my favorite game. I lose a lot of calories every time."
I'm very active.
Yeah, I'm very active with Parcheesi.
I feel like anyone who doesn't immediately be like, "Oh, she's going to fuck," you want to go play Parcheesi is an idiot.
Yeah.
You should instantly know what's going on there.
What's the other one? Oh, I said the other day to my mom, because my mom always says flick her bean. She always says that.
I love flick her bean.
But I hate the feeling of it, so I changed it to flick her LL bean. Because it's like LL bean so that's a good one too.
Yeah.
What's your guys' favorite?
I'll say that to my girlfriend. You want me to flick
Ew.
your bean? She doesn't like it.
That's
You want to go play some Parcheesi?
Yeah.
Rub one out is way better.
I like rub one out.
well,
Yeah.
I do it to make her furious. It's pretty
fucked up.
funny.
Flick your
To say
bean?
flick your bean or to literally flick her bean?
You want me to flick your bean?
Brutal. Yeah, why do they do that? Why do they even say that? Oh, Ashley Gavin posted a video the other day of her going like this to this like fungus on the outside of a tree, and I was like, I'm incredibly straight. This is disgusting. This is the grossest thing I've ever seen.
Not into this.
Yeah.
I waver with favorite sex euphemisms. I like getting some stank on your pole.
Oh yeah. Wow,
I'm
disgusting.
It's super gross. Yeah.
What about getting strange? I love when people say that.
Getting strange is just nice and
strange.
classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, lay pipe. I always say lay pipe.
Lay
pipe's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna lay some pipe tonight? That's great.
Yeah, it's so blue collar.
Yeah.
I love it.
Throw a hot dog down a hallway.
Only for you, buddy. We don't know anything about that.
Yeah. What was the one Alexis told us? Get like something about the slop on the mop bucket. Well, I can't remember
in the slop
Yeah,
sink.
yeah, that's right. I'm gonna dip my It was the sound effects of the whole thing.
Oh boy.
So good. There is always a mop in those slop sinks.
All right, we got to tabulate
We gotta
this
tabulate
here.
some scores here. Please bear with
Oh,
us.
Yeah.
okay.
All right. So. Drug, cigarette, brand, alcohol,
sometimes
tattoo.
macrodosing.
Yeah, microdosing. Do drugs every day. That's quite something. That's a huge problem. I'm a little scared. She's vaping right now. I mean, it's,
like that. That's actually
yeah, you said don't vape. She did it anyway. Yeah.
Daddy in the heart.
Daddy in the heart. It's kind of sad, actually.
That backstory.
Yeah, it kind of bummed me out.
You guys are talking to each other. You guys are responding.
It's kind of weird. Yeah.
And Grandma's so bad at it, and you're so good at it. Grandma's not saying anything.
I have ADD.
He just says whatever word you end up.
He doesn't know. He can't follow lyrics.
I can't follow lyrics. I have a lot of stuff going on.
The guy's trying really hard.
I've never been hurt more in my life.
Grandma's just going,
What you doing right now? What are you doing? This is going poorly for me right now.
You should start confessing.
I wish I was dead. Your mom's voice the way you were gay.
All right, I think
It shows you about is sex.
calculating?
Man and woman.
And now you're just trying to prove you can do it.
Trying to prove he knows how to say words.
I'm just reading.
All right, well, I've made my calculations.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
All right, Jordan.
5
kettlebells for Jordan.
Nice.
Congratulations. And that qualifies you for our next part of the podcast. Not everyone makes it this
Oh, that's
far.
great.
So welcome to
Scalding hot takes. Burn me, daddy.
Jordan. We've got some scalding hot takes for you.
Sure do.
Why don't you kick us off?
Sure. I've been traveling a lot lately, and I think I can tell. You could just transport me, and I could wake up in a city, and I would know if it's a red state or a blue state by if the cyclists, if they are doing it for lifestyle or DUI.
Yeah. Very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
When white dudes like in their like late 30s get real into cycling and they've got like the fucking skin tight thing and the shoes that snap in,
Yeah.
they go in little groups. It's so fucking embarrassing.
It's
to
very
me.
embarrassing.
It's fucking.
And they have the fake, like the Tour de France. They have like advertisements. They bought a suit with an ad with T-Mobile on it.
It's
Yeah.
like you don't. What do you need to be more
Brutal.
aerodynamic when no one's timing you?
No
you
one.
asshole. You're running
Yeah.
around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And you're just like skin tight. You look
Yeah.
ridiculous.
You wanna live in a
Every
red
time
state.
They get off the bike, they have to like tip it fully over
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they have it set up for like long distance. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's totally crazy.
Pat Bircher with his bodega bags on the back of his bike. That drives me insane.
It drives me insane.
It does. Every
I
time
hate
he's
it.
like, "Oh, are you leaving?" I'm like, "I'm not leaving with you. I'm gonna go walk to the train, and I will be home by the time that you pack your bike."
He's always packing it, and then he forgets something and has to go
Yes.
back, and he has to put something on the floor, and it drives me nuts.
Yeah.
I left my gloves, and he's
The
yeah.
gloves. Wow, that was a good impression.
The whole thing, the reason why he's doing all of that
Yeah.
is because I'm like, why do you need this bag? I don't need
Yeah,
all
why
these
is it
bags. Why do you need these bags?
Yeah.
He's like, well, I'm going to carry my water bottle.
He has a backpack on as well
It's
as
just
the
for his
saddlebags.
water bottle.
It's crazy.
for one water.
So many accessories.
So many accessories.
The best rig is Ian Fidance. Shout out. Have you
Yeah.
seen his rig? It's so good.
He's just got the little one, like actually.
He's got a
just
water
got a
bottle
fanny
holster.
pack on. Yeah.
and then he has a built-in speaker thing that plugs in and blasts.
Yeah.
And then he's retrofitted his handlebars to be super tight.
He's got those little
together.
mini handlebars.
Yeah.
Whenever I picture Ian Vidance, he's always just digging for American Spirit cigarettes in a fanny pack.
Yeah,
That's
totally.
80% of the time what he's doing.
Yeah, pacing.
Yes.
Back and forth. He threw his back out going for a walk. Now he's on stage with a cane every night. It's quite funny.
That happened to me. I had like a week where I was on stage with a cane, and it was super.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because I threw my back. I was actually on my way to a spot. I was walking to a spot, and my back went out so bad I collapsed on the street.
Jesus.
Like in New York City.
Holy shit.
People are like,
Oh yeah, people have to help you.
yeah. Like people were like stepping out. This was trying to call an ambulance. They didn't have health insurance, and I was like, "Let me die! Like, do not put me in an ambulance without health insurance."
I threw my back out when I was building a foundation, and I had these big cinder blocks, and I was tossing them into where I was going to lay them, and it was fine because you like twist and you toss,
Yeah.
But I accidentally held onto one and grabbed another, so it anchored me down and then wrenched my back.
That's brutal.
It was the worst.
You are truly, though, I think you're the most masculine guest we've had on this show.
You are the gayest straight person I've ever met in my life.
I know. I've tried hooking up with women. Do you understand this? The only time I've touched a vagina, I was in a threesome, and it was cold. It was a cold vagina.
Oh no.
Have you ever had that? Not wet, cold. Like she had iced it. I think about it all the time.
She
iced
I
iced it.
swear to God.
Like the outside or the inside?
Like the outside was cold.
Well, that happens.
If you're
The
in
inside's cold. You
bed.
need a doctor.
If you're in a cold environment,
getting-
like,
you're-
well, in a
you're-
cold,
in a bed in a house.
no, then it
hooking
shouldn't
up
be
with
cold.
another man.
It shouldn't be cold if
it
you're
was
indoors.
ice cold.
Yeah,
I'll never forget it.
that's memorable. It's a
Yeah.
memorable thing.
Yeah, the cold vagina.
Did you like just power through and fake it, or were you like, I'm sorry, your vagina is freezing? You have a
I like fingered, but I couldn't get myself to go down. And then they knew that I was like weird about the whole threesome,
Yeah.
so they kind of just serviced me to make me feel comfortable, which was ideal. That was
oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what a man would do.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
yeah, just get serviced by two people. Yeah. God bless you. All right, I got a hot take here.
Let's hear it. Let's buckle up.
So Portugal, you know how my hot takes often start with Portugal. They just passed a law saying it is illegal for employers to contact workers outside of office hours, which I think is fucking amazing.
Maybe I should move to Portugal so you
great.
get off my ass.
Yes. Well, you got work to do, Graham. We got shit to do.
I'm his assistant. He lets me do this podcast as a reward.
Work hours are 24 hours a day. We've got merch to move. We got T-shirts to sell.
Yes, we do.
We've sold none. We've sold zero T-shirts. You're a terrible assistant. Anyway, the hot take is that if you tried to do that in this country, it would just be like managers meeting people on park benches at midnight, like World War II spies, being like, the eagle flies west when the spreadsheet is forward.
Yeah.
You know, like, there's just zero way this would ever work in the United States, and management would immediately just like bury that. Like they would just be like, "Fuck, arrest me. I'm texting this person at 1 a.m.
I own the Senate.
Yes,
Do it.
I mean, I think that they would also just befriend. Like then you get into the territory where people are like, "Well, we're not." I'm their employer, but I'm also their buddy, so I can text them like that. That's the problem I always get into, where I befriend the boss that I have, and then
it's murky relationship lines.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I've gotten fired from every job I've had, I think.
Me too.
Really?
Yep.
I think we talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
Even
I've been fired.
Oh, maybe not the Carnival. I worked at a Carnival. They didn't fire me.
Yeah, they just
That's
closed for
rough.
a season.
Yeah.
Should have fired me.
Fired from a carnival was fucking rough.
I would yell out people's weights, and I was not working the weight machine. I was just like, "You, 175 pounds," and they're like, "Well, you're not. That's the Plinko." And I'd be like, "Step up, fatty."
What did you do at the carnival? What was your actual
I ran the
carnival
Plinko
job?
game.
Okay.
It's like a
That's you just drop a thing and a thing and it
that's
goes
it.
down. That's one.
Yeah.
There's no skill to that.
no
one.
skill.
Yeah.
No skill. And then I would get fucked up, and I would ride the rides after dark, which was great.
That's a fucking dream life.
Yeah, it was
Where
great.
was this?
Buffalo. So I was taking care of my friend in
Land of
Buffalo.
dreams.
I work in the Plinko machine in Buffalo.
Yeah.
What a fucking why do you
I know.
here?
What do I hear? I know it's crazy. Buffalo was a crazy time. I was there for 3 months, and I felt like I was there for 4 years. It's insane. I've never seen a drunker place in my entire life.
Yeah.
It's waste. Everybody is blackout.
It's a sad place.
It's such a sad place.
Yeah, it's like
I went
Russia.
up to Toronto all the time to escape,
Yeah.
and it was
Well, I would go down to Buffalo for football games.
Yeah.
And I played for the Bills. And it was crazy to be like it felt like went from a first world country to a third world country. It really did.
It really is.
I was like
crazy.
going to Bulgaria or something. It was so dirty and like
it's like a worse Cleveland somehow.
Yeah.
They had a press conference one time because when I was moving, there was like a blizzard that was burying people's homes and people kept going out into it and dying. And he was like, everybody has to stay inside. This is a state of emergency. And then one person in the press was like, is the Bills game still happening? And I swear to God, the guy said something like, don't be fucking ridiculous. Of course it's happening. Okay. It was like something like, you shouldn't even be in this room.
Yeah, how fucking dare you?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's we have one thing. We have one thing in this town.
It does
This
breed
Bills
funny
game.
people, though. It does. I mean, Maddie's
from Buffalo. Yeah.
Joe Pera is from around there.
He's from where I'm, Ithaca.
Oh yeah, Ithaca.
Or he's-
Sorry, yeah, he is from Ithaca.
Yeah.
He went to school near Buffalo though. Big Bills
He
fan.
went to school in Ithaca.
Okay, you're right.
He might be from actually Buffalo and went to school in Ithaca.
So do we have more examples?
I think
or
that's it.
It breeds funny people. Maddie Smith, you're one example.
Well,
Maddie
it
is
breeds
very funny.
the women I hung out with in Buffalo were the
Gotcha.
funniest women. Like in Nashville, all the women don't have any fun. They just
They're
like wear
dandies.
dresses and do whatever the craft is that they're working on.
Yeah.
Right.
In Buffalo, and they like are it's like L.A. in the South. Almost. But then you go to Buffalo, and it's like they're
cool.
overweight women who are getting fucked up, and the men don't stand a chance in the riff match. Like it's the best breed of woman in that place.
That's awesome.
And they just don't care. They're like the most politically incorrect, fucked up.
Yeah.
It's great. I love all the women there. That's the place where you go and you meet people and you're like, you guys could do stand up. But then the stand up scene, there's like one horrible woman on the scene or something.
Mm-hmm.
But that's my take on that.
I like it.
I don't know how we got there.
I don't know. I truly forgot,
we
but
get
now I
there?
just want to go to
Oh,
Buffalo.
'cause
You
I
like
got
actually
tired
you
of
sold me on Buffalo
Yeah.
a little bit. I was like,
Yeah.
I want to go hang
I
out.
was
with
blackout
it.
the whole time I was there.
Yeah, I think you have.
I
That's
had
part of
sex
the
with
package.
so many men, more men in Buffalo during that 3 months than I have in any part of my.
They still talk. They miss you.
They
Yeah.
do.
Come back. There's big signs.
Yeah.
Jordan, come
Yeah.
back.
The dudes,
Please.
they're like drunk and fun, and they're
Yeah.
your buds. You know what I mean? You're immediately bros, and sex is like, all right, let's
Yeah, I
do
guess
it.
so.
Asshole. Yeah,
Put down the wing and go to it. Yeah.
yeah.
Can't
Here
get it
it's
up.
like a war against like woman and man in the dating scenario. You know what I mean? It's like who's gonna win this in the end. But in Buffalo, it's just like we're gonna put our parts together and see what happens.
We're gonna see what happens.
It's gonna
yeah.
be great. Yeah.
We both look awful.
Yeah.
There
We're
are
both
no
hideous
stakes.
human beings.
Did you have sex with other carnival game attendants?
Yes.
God damn it.
Game attendance.
Yeah.
Well, I had sex with the owner of the carnival.
Oh, look,
Mr.
at
Wrigley?
little- yeah.
Yeah.
Barnum?
Yeah. The owner. That's who was in the threesome. Was that kid? Was his like family owned it. But yeah. And then I had sex with like 2 other people.
So
right there.
while working, you're working the Plinko machine at a Carnival Buffalo.
Yeah.
In Buffalo, and you have a threesome with the proprietor of the carnival and his girlfriend or whatever.
Nope. It's so crazy. My friend who was okay, wait, I can't disclose this. It was 2 people, a woman and a man. We're all friends.
Yes.
Nobody was in a relationship, but we both had a crush on the dude, but he was in a relationship with a woman, a different woman. So we were like, well, I'll just keep this a secret, and we'll just kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Perfect.
Me and her.
Yeah.
With him, yeah. It wasn't great. He wasn't great in bed, turns out. It did help us both kind of get over him.
Oh, you got over him? That's
Yeah. It
perfect.
was
Yeah,
great.
good for
Yeah,
him. Good for him. Yeah.
She was good. She did a lot of good tricks, but he was...
Did you pick anything up from her?
I did not. No, I don't learn anything that I'm taught. It doesn't stay. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
same.
like you with lyrics.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, and you hear it, but don't hear it. Yeah.
Well, I got a hot take.
I want to hear it.
Even though I'm a white man who's tall, I will say this, that
Oh boy, finally.
the most power I will ever feel in my life is getting on a Greyhound bus and choosing who no longer gets 2 seats.
Wait, what do you mean? Oh, I see. Yeah, you get to.
I get on
you
late on the Greyhound
you get
bus,
to
and there's a
take
bunch
away
of people. I
someone's
get to
autonomy. Yeah.
take away their double seat.
Yeah, got
and they're
it.
all looking at me like, "Please don't
Oh,
choose."
my God.
And,
And
you're
I get
six-
to. I'm walking down the aisle like, "Which one are
Yeah.
you?"
You're
You're gonna
6'4".
sit next to the huge
Yeah.
And I'm-
dude.
I'm the worst guy you
I
want to sit
hate that.
because I
Yeah.
I have to in order for my legs to fit behind the seat in front of me, I have to man spread.
Yeah.
So I'm in your territory.
Yeah, that's brutal.
And my shoulder is on top of your shoulder. It's the best.
I did the best.
They are so scared.
Yeah, you're.
I feel so
watching you
powerful.
come down that fucking aisle would be a nightmare. It'd be an absolute nightmare. Yeah.
I did the best thing the other day. I was on a bus to New York from Ithaca, And then I get on the bus. Everybody to a seat, but then we stop in Binghamton, and I look out the window and I'm like, oh, all of the seats are going to be filled with another human being. So I put my jacket and my backpack into my chair and then go to the bathroom. And then everybody got on, filled the other seats because they were like, oh, there are 2 people already sitting there.
Yeah.
And then I had the whole ride to myself the whole time. It was great.
Why would they think that there's 2 people there?
Because I put something on my seat and something on the seat next to me. So if I had been sitting down, they would have been like, is somebody here? And I would have been like, no.
So they think there's just 2 people in the bathroom? I guess
these
2 people are in the bathroom.
They just unconsciously were like, take it.
This fucking
The Greyhound
microscopic bus bathroom.
Yeah.
They're easily fooled, the Greyhound folks.
Yeah.
They really are. They are easily fooled. Well, I'll tell you what. When I sat down beside that lady, she sure showed me because she spilled something on the ground and my shoes. I just looked down, my shoes were wet.
That's how she gets you back.
She got me, and she wasn't wearing a mask. I was trying to find the smallest person. I was thinking about that, and then I sat down and realized that both people on either side of me were not wearing a mask and coughing.
Oh no!
And she spilled something on me.
I once took a 10 to 12 hour long bus ride in Vietnam. And it was an old bus to start with, right?
Yeah.
And then it's totally full.
Not a new bus?
Every old bus, not a brand new one. Every seat is taken, and then they keep loading people in, and they start putting milk crates in the aisle, and then people start sitting on the milk crates. Then the aisle is totally full. Then they keep loading people in, and no joke, a little dude handed someone their luggage that was on the rack, and then just laid down in the rack, and then someone else got on with a thing with 14 chickens, livestock, and it was a 12 hour long bus ride.
Dear God.
Overnight. Yeah.
I was in Costa Rica, and I had a flight the next morning, and I met a girl and then stayed up till daytime and was super hammered.
Yeah.
And my buddy and I got on this bus, and we arrived late. We were the last on the bus, and so we had to stand for 5 hours hungover on 1 hour sleep.
No.
And it was the worst experience of my life.
Brutal. That's awful.
And they're not good buses.
Okay,
the roads aren't good.
I have something that happened. This was literally last week. This is so fucked up that I'm telling you this. Okay, so I faint at blood. But sometimes I usually just get lightheaded, but sometimes at movies I just completely faint, hit the deck, can't control it. And I was on the plane coming back from being with Louie, and I was watching Old by M. Night Shyamalan, right? And there was a scene.
That movie looks great.
It's so bad.
I'm kidding.
There was a scene where they cut into the woman's stomach. And I had the thought, I was like, damn, this is such a bad movie. That is obviously so fake.
Yeah.
And I just fainted. Immediately fainted.
Yeah.
Okay. Upon seeing that, with a woman next to me on the plane, woke up an hour and a half later and had peed my pants. I fainted so hard that I lost bowel control.
I'd love to be sitting beside somebody. I wouldn't love it, but it'd be fun to see somebody just watching a movie going this movie sucks.
I was like, this is fucking gay. And I passed out, and I must have you could have, in order to lose bladder control, you have to have a little seizure. And I came to, and she was getting as far away from me as humanly possible.
Was she shaking you?
No, she didn't say anything. That's what was crazy. I was and I had a flop sweat. I was fucked up.
Yeah.
And she was trying to get away, and I was just I think I peed.
Yeah.
And I don't have my sense of smell fully back from COVID, so I was just doing this over and over, and she was like, fuck it. I was like, sorry. Yeah, it was crazy.
I feel I would be I need to watch Old. This would be fucking rules.
It's so bad. It's just when they couple, when it, I fainted in the movie Raw or Royal Tenenbaums, if they couple suspenseful music with the blood, I'm out.
Yeah.
If there's anything artistic about the film, I'm completely fainted.
It'd be fun to see how long you would last in ambulance school. What are they? EMT school.
Yeah, I can't.
Just every day.
I faint. So it's genetic too. My dad, if you said procedure to him, he would he would just drop. He was like a fainting goat.
If you what to him?
If you said procedure.
The word procedure?
The word procedure. I had to get a procedure done. He would faint.
Was he like hypnotized? Like what? This is the
No,
craziest
it would
thing I've
just
ever
make
heard.
him, if you were like, I had to get a procedure with the doctor, because we'd say things that were like avoiding the gore. He'd be like, no. Because we just would both, and we both just picture it in our heads. But yeah, I faint constantly.
Man, he would hate Nam.
Yeah, he wouldn't have been
He'd be bad in Vietnam.
I know,
in the shit.
With his little fainting spells.
Yeah. If you
Just wake up covered in piss. Everyone else is dead. You're like, oh, cool.
Napalming this village has given me the vapors.
I know, just clutching his pearls, clutching his dog tags. Oh my goodness!
I keep waking up covered in my own piss, and my unit's gone. My unit's dead. They're all slaughtered. None of the Viet Cong want to touch me because I'm covered in my own piss.
Yeah, it was crazy. I've never peed my pants before. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Did you feel rested?
No.
Did you feel rested?
Up.
Yeah.
I immediately.
Yeah. How did you what did you do? Did you have?
Well, we landed, and I woke up to us landing, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And then my mom called me when I got off the plane, and I was like, "I peed my pants and fainted. I peed my pants and I fainted." And she was like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "I swear to God, this is what happened." And she was like, "You have been doing this shit since you were so little, just dropping." In like health class, they showed a video of like how to put a Band-Aid on a cartoon,
and you just went out.
And I completely fainted in the middle of the classroom.
That's weird how shit like that is genetic. Like that.
Yeah. It's called something vasovagular or something. Wow. And it's I
never heard that word.
It was really fun to try and make my dad faint because he would fall hard. But now my friends always try and make me faint. It works.
So it's come back. So it's karma has caught up with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only somebody else's blood. My blood is fine.
You're fine with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like me and my dad worked together on carpentry.
Once a month, you just wake up in the bathroom.
Okay. One time I dated this guy who was a fainter, worse than me, and he cut the inside of my vagina somehow. I don't know how it happened. And he pulled out
knife.
And no, it was his dick. It was his dick. We were having so much sex that it had just like
that thing's sharp.
Yeah.
And it was like when you're in those like I was like 20 or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're trying to prove something to each other.
Yeah. Or you just can't believe that you're allowed to do this.
Like,
yeah.
And he pulled out and his dick was covered in blood and he was like, "Are you on your period?" And I said no. And he goes, "I'm so."
Both just.
Yeah. He goes, "I'm so sorry, I can't help you," and then fainted on me. "I'm so sorry, I can't help you." Fainted, and then I rolled him off of me, saw what was up, and I started fainting, and I had to crawl on my hands and knees to my mom's bedroom, and she opened the door, and I was like, "I got the inside of my vagina. I got the inside," and she was, I don't know why this sticks with me, but she goes, "It's just like the inside of your mouth. It'll heal quickly," and shuts the door in my face.
What a fucking hero!
Well, she didn't want to deal with that.
Crazy.
She just listened to her daughter get plowed for the fifth time in the day.
Yeah.
It sounds like you were getting her back for earlier times.
Yeah. No, she's proud of that. She likes when we get laid. My whole family is like, "Who are we having sex with?" And I'm like, "I'm opening for Louis now, guys." And they're like, "Okay, but who are you getting off?"
Yeah.
So
that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that actually does feel very healthy, kind of shockingly healthy.
Yeah. My mother would never.
That conversation to be like, who's everybody fucking?
Yeah.
I
think that's like a mother-daughter connection.
Yeah.
I think there's it's more common between mother and daughter. Female to female are they're kind of less hung up about that stuff.
Yeah, we didn't have any discipline or punishment. There was you could do no wrong, kind of,
Yeah.
It was like a horrible kid and was in detention every day, and my mom would come in and be like, "She doesn't like it here. I don't know what to fucking tell you. You suck."
This place sucks. Yeah.
Or one time I jumped the fence in elementary school and ran home, and they called her and they're like, "Your fucking 6-year-old just jumped the fence and ran." And she was like, "Yeah, she's with me." And they're like, "She can't do that." And she's like, "Why not? I'm her mother. She's here. Leave me alone."
Yeah.
And they hated her. All the teachers hated my mom because she'd be like, what's the fucking problem?
Yeah. Were you an only child?
No, I just was I had a sister who was a D1 athlete. She was the perfect child. Mm-hmm. And I was a fat, mall goth, fucked up child. So anything I did, my mom would just be like, "She's doing the best she can. Jesus, leave her alone." Yeah. So, which was good. I mean, I never got scolded because they were just like, "She'll kill herself tomorrow if we do anything wrong."
Be nice to the fat mall goth.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So, but she's the best. Good mom.
Yes.
Do you have any hot takes?
Hot take. I went to a bathroom on tour the other day that on the stall said, "Who cares?" And I'm finding these woke bathroom signs to be pretty dismissive of the trans plight to get unisex bathrooms. Like whatever is one that I saw.
Oh yeah.
And I hate them. I hate them all. Why would you take down a bathroom sign on your single bathroom and put up "Who cares"? And obviously you care because you had your fucking Mexican day laborer do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And and I was talking to the person I was with, and I was like, that reminds me of when you play dodgeball against somebody, and you were like a kid, and you'd be bloody and sweaty, and you'd finally get the other dude out, and he would turn and be like, it's just a game. And you're like, this isn't a game. This is my life. You know what I mean? That's what the "Who cares" thing made me think.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Where they're like, whatever, dude. Nobody ever had a problem with this to begin with. Just get in there.
I worked in an office at one point where there was no trans people at the, it was a small office.
You don't know that.
Sure.
Jesus, Robby.
But I'm pretty confident because I fucked each and every one.
Yes, you groped them.
That's how
systematically.
So there's a men's bathroom and a women's bathroom. And then some of the employees were like, well, we should have a gender neutral bathroom. And so like they're like, you're right, we're listening, you're right. And they did. They just made the women's bathroom an all gender, and the men just kept a men's bathroom, which is crazy,
that's
right?
So fucked up.
Yes.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Yeah.
Men can go in there. Yeah, that's not okay. That's crazy.
Totally. They just go, basically, men are kings of the whole environment, and then
How hard is it to just put restroom on the outside of the door? It's so weird.
Yeah, it's totally crazy.
Or I saw one that said whatever on it, and I thought it was funny imagining like the Mexican day laborer, them being like, just put whatever on the door, and putting like a picture. Him putting a picture of his wife or something on there, like the Virgin Mary. He's like, I don't know, I thought it'd be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, that's my hot take.
All right.
That's a good hot take.
Thanks.
I got one more, but I don't know how I feel about it.
We like the confidence.
Yeah.
Everyone is, everyone's telling everyone there's the critical race theory in schools. You can't.
I've heard of this.
It's everything in school is critical race theory. It's all that's happening. And I don't know if I don't even know what critical race theory is, but you can actually live stream high school classes now. So I looked at a high school algebra class because they were making the kids in algebra solve for Malcolm X.
What?
An algebra what?
It's just a bad joke. It's just a dumb joke.
Solve for Malcolm X. That's good. That's very good. Look at that. That was a bit wordy. We gotta trim some of the fat off
Jordan,
that,
stop. Don't do
Anderson,
this. Don't pretend.
You also bailed a little bit on it.
You bailed it from the beginning.
Yeah.
It couldn't have gone better for me. He just had no confidence. I saw it in his eyes. He tried to be cool.
I wasn't believing it.
He wasn't believing it. And then you just didn't get it at all.
How about this critical race theory? Now in algebra, kids are solving for Malcolm X.
Well,
that seems like
that's the right way to do it.
Yeah.
But I was trying to.
There's live streaming going on.
Yeah, I live streamed an algebra class, and we're immediately like, that's insane.
I could just watch these hot teens. That's what I was thinking about.
That's a fucked up thing. That's like chat roulette in a dark way.
Oh yeah, there is that element. If I'm going to tweet it, it's that version. But I was trying to fake it like it's a hot take, and I was trying to sneak a bad joke into a hot take.
Yeah,
and this is
the you got me. I got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and Jordan pretended to get it. Well, you got it.
No, I didn't get it at first.
30 seconds later, and
you
then
bailed, so
and
I
then
didn't
you
hear
were.
the part where you said they solved for
it.
No, I
do. I really
she
get
just
it.
doesn't respect it.
I get it
because
you solve for X. You know what I mean? Like so the Malcolm goes. You see? You see us? Do you see, Graham?
Do you get it, Graham? You know what I wish had happened? Really, what I wish had happened is I wish you had gotten it instantly, and I wish you had fainted. I wish you had just passed out, pissed yourself, and
I can't be fainting out here like this. It's crazy.
No, probably not great. And also, New York City is a place where you can fucking see some horrific shit just out in the streets.
Yeah, I saw a guy with a syringe in him the other day. He started to lose consciousness.
Oh, yeah. So you're going to want to,
Yeah.
That's there. More of that. That didn't happen before.
More people with syringes in them?
I've never seen people in syringes until this year.
I lived in Hell's Kitchen
really
when we first
crazy.
moved here. I'd seen my share of it back in.
But now it's like people that are dressed well.
Yeah.
With syringes, and because the pandemic was allowed them to get access to clothes. I'm seeing this everywhere, brand new clothes on fully homeless people. And it's wild. This guy I saw kept falling asleep and passing out, and then he would fall asleep and he'd land in the train, and then he would see his what is it called? I just called it syringe, and get all stoked and be like, oh, I still have more left, and sit up and start to do it and pass out again. And it happened realistically 20 times. It was crazy.
Yeah.
just fell. Yay!
Oh,
no,
yeah, you wake up.
Yay!
Oh,
it was
heroin.
crazy. Me and 2 other people were watching. We were like, here he goes. Oh, we found it. Oh, is he gonna make it this time? No.
Oh, I'm surprised you didn't puke watching that.
Just the falling over.
No, a guy injecting himself.
He wasn't injecting. He kept falling asleep before he could do it.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, I can't think about it actually. Let's not think.
I tell you what, I'd pass out and shit myself if I saw that.
Yeah.
believe
Some
you
people
would.
pass out and they shit themselves. I was lucky I didn't do that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got lucky. You got the
Yeah.
better deal for sure.
This movie
really
sucks.
I'll have what she's having. All right. Well, I think we did a fucking podcast.
Wow.
Huh? I think
wow, yeah.
we did. Jordan, where can people find you? Tell the people where they can find you.
I'm on Instagram at Jordan Jensen LOL stop, and I am not on anything else. On TikTok, but fuck that.
Yeah, TikTok's the worst.
And I'm at the Cellar all the time, so come see me there.
Comedy Cellar all the time. Instagram, Graham. You got anything coming up?
I am going to be at Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle in Royal Oak, Michigan, the second weekend of December. Come out or I'll kill myself.
Graham will kill himself. And I am up in...
Third week.
Oh,
16 to 18th of December. I apologize.
And I'm always finding myself in the predicament where my dates are in my phone and my phone is filming. But Penn Yan Brewery, something upstate.
Sounds good.
November 20th. That's, yeah. I don't know the rest of my dates.
Pan Yan.
Something.
Malcolm X. Hi, I'm
If you live in Penn Yan, you know what it's called.
Just doing the Da Nang funny bone.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm taking a bus to get there. And that is fucking it. So I guess we say what we say at the end of every episode, which is...
Fuck you.